Hello everyone, welcome back. Yep, it's pumpkin time. So what I'm doing today is I'm basically just checking on them. I have some orders that I'll have to fill this week, and I got some more coming, so we're going to start picking. Hopefully this week. We're still into the corn. Still got cabbage to cut. Pumpkins look pretty good. The vines look pretty healthy. We're getting to the point where we need some rain. But these are our oddball pumpkins here. Some of our mixed up stuff. Cinderella pumpkins. Some candy roasters. Various other things in this particular sections here. And of course we've got jack-o'-lanterns, whatever, and we got some weeds coming on in here too, which is not that unusual this time of year. The biggest problem we had in here in the past is Johnson grass. We were able to take care of that this year, so got very little Johnson grass, but as you can see, or at least I hope you can see, we're getting there. Like I said, we still got corn to pick. I've got some cabbage to cut. Mine's starting to naturally die down some on these pumpkins. Got some interesting stuff in here. I really don't know what all we've got. Cinderella pumpkins, blue, pink, some candy roasters, a little bit of everything. So there's some warty goblins. And then we've got some jack-o'-lanterns down here. These are a smaller looking jack-o'-lantern. Got some sunburn on that one. Seen that. Spotted that pumpkin the other day from the tractor seat, believe it or not. These are kind of a smaller jack-o'-lantern. And then of course we've got some ragweed. Some bigger jack-o'-lantern. So I believe the size of the pumpkins is a little smaller this year than it was last year, and that might be due to the rain, but that's a nice pumpkin. So and what we'll do, we won't grade them in the field, we'll just pick them, mix the bins. So we got 3 sections of those. They look pretty good. Pretty good. Like I said, they're a little smaller this year, but second year in a row of pumpkins in this field, and then we'll rotate out next year probably into corn and try to find somewhere else to put our pumpkins. But you can see we got some nice pumpkins in here. Everything looks pretty good, and of course even more jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. And then down there at the bottom's a little yellow field pumpkin, or pie pumpkin. So they look pretty good. It's hot. It's hot. It's start of September, and temperatures are hot, and it's and I see a little pickle worm damage here, there, and yonder, but nothing too major. So we should, there's a rotten pumpkin. You always have a rotten pumpkin. You can smell them before you see them. So we should be okay on our pumpkins. Whether they'll be as good as last year, I don't know. And then we got 400 million of these little devils. That's a pretty pumpkin though. That is a nice little pumpkin. But anyhow, we are to that time of year. Like I said, we got some weeds. Got a little Johnson grass left, but not bad. But these are starting to die down. And that's a good thing, because I'm going to start picking them and hopefully start rolling multiple bins of pumpkins out of here. I've got an order that's got to go out Thursday. So it's a 12 bin order. A couple of these, couple of those up there. So we gotta get those done. But just a brief update on the pumpkins. People would ask. Thought I'd show them to you. Like I said, there's a bunch of them in there. And, you know, for the most part, they're a little smaller this year, what I'm seeing. And I think that is due to rain, or lack of, at critical times. But there's nothing we can do about that. But they look pretty good. I'm not complaining. It looks like a good crop of pumpkins. And, you know, we're thankful for what we've got. But yeah, so most of these will probably be a 35 count bin type pumpkin. So, today's video, you know, we're going to look at the pumpkins here, but also another thing, talking about farming in general. There's not been many videos lately. A couple of reasons. One, I lost the camera. Couldn't find the camera. I found it finally, as you can tell. But another one is I've just been crazy busy. And row crop farming, vegetable farming, a lot of other things. A lot of people know that, you know, there's benchmarks throughout the season. Number one, of course, is the planting's done. That's one of the bigger benchmarks, and that's one a lot of people are familiar with, even growing a garden or whatever, is once you get the planting done, you know, that's a good thing. Another one is, of course, harvest, when you're done with harvest, and that kind of ends the season. But from a production side, there's a couple more that a lot of people are not aware of. And one of those is the break-even point. At what point in the season have you sold enough crops to recuperate your investment? That's a big one. And some years it comes earlier, some years it comes later. But that's a big one. And then there's yet another one. And that point, that benchmark is kind of one that I'm getting it, well, kind of crossed this weekend, is the point where you reach a point of exhaustion that you just don't know whether you can finish or not. And I think every farmer bumps into that at some point through the year. Very nice pumpkin. You reach that point where it's a challenge just to put one foot in front of the other. And it too comes sooner and later some years, but basically at this point I'm exhausted. And you sit down and you look at what you got left to do, how far you are from that break-even profitable benchmark and all that good stuff, and you have no choice but to continue on. So yeah, it's so here's what we got left. We've got about 4 acres of sweet corn, about 1.5 acres of cabbage, 5 acres of pumpkins. The hay's done, one crop off the list, and we'll be done for the year. Now, a lot of times when you reach this point of the year, what crops you have left in the field are your profit. They are the ones that determine whether you have a good year or a bad year. So we're hoping for a good year on our pumpkins. We've you know, last year if it hadn't been for pumpkins, I'd have been in trouble. So we hope that they do well this year, and we're able to move a lot of them, and or move all of them, and you know, it's a good year. But that's kind of an update where we're at. Another thing we got coming, I am scheduled to pick up 6,000 strawberry plants tomorrow. So we gotta get we're not done with 2019, and we've already started on 2020. So that's part of it. And but you know, that's okay. That's the way it goes. Here's another little neat gourd we've got. that's ready to harvest. So we'll take you guys along now that I've found the camera. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll know when we get a video posted. See a video you like, got a comment about, please do so. And until next time, take care of yourself.